So I got a little bone to pick. This video isn't about Bayonetta per se. Thank you, GameSpot, for this gameplay. It's more about the Switch itself. See, I didn't play Bayonetta 3, and it looks worse than the second one. In fact, it looks worse than a lot of other Switch games. Now, I'm not talking about the game itself. I wanted to play it because I want to continue the story and everything. The gameplay is always solid. I'm not talking about the game in itself. What I'm specifically talking about is the hardware that it's running on. Um, I'm gonna finish this one because I want to know what happened to her. But Nintendo, it's like time for a new Switch. And I know it's gonna be a Switch because of how much this console is still selling to this date. I have the original Switch. I don't have the OLED version, and I'm not gonna buy it just for it to have slightly better visuals, but the gameplay isn't it's not affecting the game. There's no stronger processor, it's not, it's no stronger graphics, nothing. Just it looks better. Don't get me wrong, OLED screens are pretty amazing to look at, but I primarily hook the Switch up and play it by TV still. I think it is an amazing machine, very innovative, and really just hit a breakthrough. But it's like time for a new one. And I don't know what Nintendo is specifically going to do. I see some of the news of, there's been some copyrights, some trademarks that they did, NVIDIA, because it runs on an old Integra chip and all that. I'm just waiting for them to come out with more, especially like when we see the Steam Deck. If the Steam Deck can play most of your games on Steam, granted it might has a reduction in quality and everything else, but it's still pretty far up there. Then I know the Switch, the next one anyway, is going to be pretty awesome. And, I have my Switch collection. Let's see that. I have my Switch collection of my own. Right there. I'm not talking out of nothing. And there is so Mario Odyssey, of course, it plays well by Nintendo. Still looks good. This runs at 30 FPS. This runs really well. This runs really well. This I gotta go back and play. I think it looks better than the one on screen, but it runs at a solid 60 most of the time. This still holds up. I mean, I don't know what they did with this one, with everything that's going on. So I'm looking at the level of detail in this. I'm just like, well, Link and all the rest of the characters had a lot of detail. There was a lot of stuff going on in the background. So it's like, what happened? This runs really well, even though some of the graphics don't look all that great all the time. There's a lot going on. Minecraft, of course, is no given, right? But it doesn't run at 60. It runs at 30. This runs at a solid 60, but it's very, very toned down in the graphics. Beautiful game, but still toned down. I know it looks better on the OLED. Now we're going to get to the bottom ones, and I ain't even playing this out. I haven't played this yet and beaten this yet because of the frame rate. I can't get past it. And then I see how good it looks on PC. I'm like, dude, there's no way in the world I'm finna. I have to wait. And then we're going to get to the one that I ain't played at all because of the frame rate. Astral Chain. This is another game by Platinum Games. The game you see before you is Platinum Games. And they've been doing a pretty good job of making stuff for the Switch. I know Nintendo owns Bayonetta now. But I haven't played Astral Chain. I can't because it runs like garbage. I am waiting on them to either port it to PC or, when they give a new console, it can run all the old games better. And I hope they don't pull nothing like the old copies of the games won't work on the new Switch. That'd be awful. That would make me go mod the game and play it on PC myself, which you can do, but I ain't talking about that right now, as I don't like to do that. I like to play games on the consoles that they was made for and just go that route. But some of these games nowadays, man, I don't see how people is even playing them on the Switch. Hyrule Warriors. I got that. Hyrule Warriors runs like hot mess. I mean, I'm watching my kids play, and it's like, I don't even know how y'all play 10 FPS. 10 FPS. I'm just want to know what they're gonna do with the console. But see, here's my hope. This has ruined some of the gameplay for me. I ain't played with her yet. Here's my hope. Got a little cold, excuse me. Is that they have another Switch, still give it that functionality, but the base that you got to plug it up to is way more powerful. I'm talking like PlayStation 4 powerful. Okay, I will accept that. You know, you play GOW on PlayStation 4, it still holds up pretty well. Not all the time it holds a straight 60, but that game looks gorgeous to be at 60. So I mean, if they can give us a console that at least is that, I would be happy. You know, I would go as far as to say like, because if the home thing is that powerful, there would be no need for a Switch. They can still make the games marketable for Switch. You know, it's like they could still have the Switch out there, a little upgraded one or something, but then give us the home console. And you could play your Switch games on that and this. So it'd be like the Switch has replaced the Game Boy, which it already has. But Nintendo really needs to give us, I just want them to give us a powerful home console again. You know, I want to say, like, just keep the Switch and put some of your powerhouse games like this and other ones on, like, either PlayStation or Xbox or Steam. I know that's a stretch for Nintendo, though. I know that'll, like, clash against their whole brand. But I don't know, man. I think they probably still make the money, to be honest with you. I don't know, but this is some of my hopes. I wish they would get back to give us a strong console. But yeah, if you ain't played none of the Bayonetta series, definitely play it. Part 1 is on Steam. Part 2 and 3 are only on the Switch. And Part 2 runs better than this one. But give it a look, give it a shot, man. But I'm just curious to know what the new Switch is going to be and look like. And while we at it, let's watch this trailer. Here's another one that's supposed to be coming out really soon, but I can't see myself playing it on the original Switch hardware. Thank you, excuse me, GameSpot for the video. It looks cool. I'm getting Skyward Sword vibes. I like his new outfit too. Tears of the Kingdom. So, Nintendo, where is the new Switch?